I bet it opens the door to the main room. Got it. It would really be a coincidence if that fits, but I guess I need some luck sometimes too. It could really fit. It's a little smaller than the other wheels, but it's just as solid. They look really heavy. They look really heavy. They look really heavy. Let's see. It works! Damn it, that's it. The planks aren't quite as robust as I thought. Weird. One of the planks is broken. Fortunately, the others are thicker and have lasted. There's a shaft down there. I can't see the floor. I can just see darkness after a few feet. I'll move the planks to the wall over there. Still not much to see. The light only reaches a few feet down. I haven't got a clue where the shaft leads. I can't see anything. I can't smell anything. Not the faintest breeze, nothing. The wagon is right on the edge of the shaft. I might even be able to push it over, but what would be the point? The stones are adding real weight, and I can barely manage to get them into the wagon. The wagon full of stones must weigh a good half a ton. The planks are of various thickness, and some are much more worn than others. Perhaps they're made out of different kinds of wood. I'll take one of the thick, solid ones. I'll leave the rest where it is. The plank still seems pretty sturdy, but it won't be able to break the metal bars out of the concrete. I'm just gonna push the wagon down there after all that effort? The plank still seems pretty sturdy, but it won't be able to break the metal bars out of the concrete. I almost drowned just now, and I want that to stay as an almost. Get out of here. It's disappeared. I don't even want to know how deep that thing is. I'm definitely not gonna climb into it. The wagon is right at the edge of the shaft and it's full of hundredweight stones. I can't move it an inch. I might be able to move it that short distance with a lever. I'm just gonna push the wagon down there after all that effort? I'm just gonna push the wagon down there after all that effort? The crevice has been covered by a grate. That might suggest that it leads outside. But the bars of the grate are very thick and secured in concrete. It's gonna take a lot of force to bend it or rip it from the stone. The wagon is right at the edge of the shaft and it's full of hundredweight stones. I can't move it an inch. I might be able to move it that short distance with a lever. The wagon is right at the edge of the shaft and it's full of hundredweight stones. I can't move it an inch. I might be able to move it that short distance with a lever. After quite a few seconds of free fall, I couldn't see the torch anymore. Perhaps it bounced off a wall and landed in a crevice, or under an overhang. Or the shaft is endless. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. I'm just gonna push the wagon down there after all that effort? concrete beam slipped into the pipe once the dinghy burst. That's why the water has risen so high. Besides, I don't want to go back down there. I prefer to stay dry. The crate looks pretty rickety. Won't be long before it falls apart. Can't see nothing of interest. I'm just gonna push the wagon down there after all that effort? The wagon is right at the edge of the shaft and it's full of hundredweight stones. I can't move it an inch. I might be able to move it that short distance with a lever. I'm just gonna push the wagon down there after all that effort? The door is closed and at least as solid as the first one. I can't see any way of opening it. Perhaps there's some kind of control room where you can open it. Who knows? The door is closed and at least as solid. Perhaps there's some kind of... I've seen enough already. The crate looks pretty rickety. Can't see nothing of interest. I wonder why there's a jail in this bunker. Who'd they want to lock up here? I wonder why there's a jail in this bunker. Who'd they want to lock up here? The flame's gone out already? How was I supposed to heat my food over the next few days? The door is open and the light is on. There's nothing else I can do here. An iron chain, quite solid and around 5 yards long. I'll just put the chain around 2 of the bars. If they're ripped out, I'll have enough space to climb into the crevice. Now I need to fasten the other end of the chain somewhere. I'll hook the chain under the coupling. It's directly attached to the frame and should be able to hold plenty. That's it. The bars and the wagon are connected by the chain. The wagon is right at the edge of the shaft and it's full of 100-weight stones. I can't move it an inch. I might be able to move it that short distance with a lever. Alright then. I just need to make sure to get out of the way quick enough as soon as the wagon falls. Okay, the 2 bars have been ripped clean out of the concrete. Now there's enough room to climb up through the crevice. Let's hope that the crevice leads to freedom. Oh, God damn it! I crawl out of the trap and land in the Order's assembly room? Oh, this can't be for real. Fortunately, it looks like there's no one here. Is this some kind of assembly room? A club room for the local necromancy and black magic society. Okay. As soon as I found Angelina, I'm out of here. There's a fire burning in the dish. That means that someone was here not so long ago. Hopefully they won't be coming back as long as I'm here. Not again. Why do I continuously find myself standing in front of locked doors? Ugh! Oh, hell. That's another way of doing it. Alright. Calm down now. Angelina's still missing. Perhaps she's been used as bait in order to lure me here. But why? And where is she now? Perhaps I should talk to Miss Valley again. She knows more than she lets on. The question is, what's with the Order? I mean, who belongs to it? What do they want from me? Ah! Ugh. Oh, my head. Who the hell was that? And now where am I? I've got to free myself somehow before whoever it is comes back. A thin strip of wood. I think I can reach it. Got it. An old cleaning cloth. Quite obviously not been used for quite some time. There's bright daylight streaming between the nailed-up planks. How long was I out for? There's bright daylight streaming between the nailed-up planks. A green plastic bottle. I can't see what it is exactly. I'll shove it closer into the light. Huh. Kerosene. Judging by the weight, there's also still some in it. Huh. Kerosene. Judging by the weight, there's also still some in it. Huh. An old kerosene lamp. Looks pretty big and heavy. The glass is missing. A few shards of glass, probably from the broken oil lamp. They're curved and relatively thick. I can't reach it. I could try to cut the bottle open. I think I've got it all. The rag is now soaked in the kerosene. Good. I'll hold the shard of glass in one of the beams of sunlight. I think it's doing it. The shard focuses the light and heats a tiny spot on the material. Now that oughta... Wow. Way cool. Oh, okay. I have to get there. That looks better already. That's much better. Pretty ugly. I bet that thing hasn't always hung here. Looks like it belongs in a hall or a drawing room. It was probably taken down at some time and then stored here. Two landscape pictures. One shows a small rural town, and the other one a moorland scene. There's a brass plate under the picture of the town. There's something on it. Cardiff 1812. The windows are nailed up with heavy planks. I'm not gonna get out of here. It doesn't look to me like I'm gonna be able to loosen the boards. Not one bit. Fastened up for good. This rope was lashed around my chest. It's notably longer than the other pieces. The remains of what I was tied up with. Several pieces of rope, all between 1 and 2 yards long. The office chair won't fit in here at all. It was probably brought here to tie me onto. The office chair won't fit in here at all. It was probably brought here. Looks like tightly bundled material. Towels, bed covers, sheets, blankets. Perhaps the occupiers weren't able to take them with them, but also didn't want to just leave them to the rats and mice. That's why they bundled them all up as tightly as they could. The thing weighs at least 60 pounds. I'd rather not drag that around with me. The cloth is so tightly bound that it's gone rock solid. Weighs a good 60 pounds, that thing. The office chair won't fit in here at all. The cloth is so tightly bound that it's gone rock... I'll tie the rope onto the binding. Like that. I've tied the rope to the bale. There's some other stuff on the shelf. Looks like the mice have been at them. Some of the things have holes in them. A head. I think it's for putting your wig on, so that it keeps its shape. I can definitely use that. I've tied the rope to the bale. Exposed ceiling beams. Pretty rustic, all that. Let's see. That works all right. I somehow have to draw my conscientious guards into the room. I somehow have to draw my conscientious guards into the room. A hallway with a stair at the end. There's a kids program on the TV.
Is there anything I can do for you, Samuel?
What the hell was that?
Hello? Yes. We've arrived. It's nice here. Everything's just like you said. No, Tom's gone shopping. Yes, Tom tied him up with rope. I know. The man wasn't very nice to me. But I don't think it's good that he can't leave. Yes, I'll keep watch. Bye.
I think I'm slowly going mad. There was a woman's voice. She called me Samuel, and I heard music. Alright, now I really must pull myself together. Bobby's sitting down there, and Tom's somewhere around too. The pair of them have kidnapped me on behalf of someone who knows this house. But where the hell am I here? And more importantly, how the hell do I get away? Let's see what's behind it. Interesting. A family tree. Hey, maybe he'll give me some pointers to where I... There, right at the top. Samuel and Catherine Gordon. Then is that the Gordon's family tree? So this house also belongs to a Gordon. Are they behind the whole thing? The Gordon's family tree, beginning with Marcus and Mordred and going up to Samuel and Catherine Gordon. Hundreds of years of family history. full of murder and suffering. I somehow have to draw my conscientious guards into the room. The idea of these things is that you hang your suit or uniform over it to stop it creasing. You can then maybe brush it down, too. Damn it, not holding. They certainly don't belong together. Why should I tie up the clothes dummy? It's definitely not gonna struggle. Doesn't look like a human under the sheet either. It's missing a head. Wobbles a little, but the back of the chair is supporting the head. Not bad at all. At first glance, you could really think that someone was sitting there under the sheet. Ought to at least irritate my good pal Bobby. I somehow have to draw my conscientious guards into the room. The furniture's been covered to protect it from dust. And taking a good look at it, I'd say nobody's been here for years. The rope is secured to the bale and goes over the joist. Looks very promising. Alright, the fire's out. It wouldn't have burned for much longer anyway.